stay small.
The world.
Monsanto. Monsanto. Chemistry is working for you.
Yeah. Today's date is February 27th, and the time now is 3:10. Well, according to the agreement that I read, they are not supposed to start spraying till after 3:30. And you can see spray becoming airborne.
A monster leaving behind a trail of death and destruction.
There are children still on campus at after-school programs.
You also have your doctor's blessing when you give flavored Brer aspirin for children.
Only one scientist dared investigate the incredible phenomenon.
The difference is that the first Green Revolution was public sector driven. It was driven by government agencies. The government agencies control the research. In the case of the second Green Revolution, it is driven by Monsanto. It is a Monsanto-driven revolution. The second big difference is that the first Green Revolution did have a hidden objective of selling more chemicals. But its first objective was providing food. It was food security. And yes, they grew less pulses, they grew less oilseeds, but they did grow more rice and wheat and fed people. The second Green Revolution has nothing to do with
the seed of a broadleaf weed.
It's not about food security.
Sometimes it lands on fertile ground, but when it's not so lucky, it lands in the shadow of the callistemon plant, a plant that makes its own powerful broadleaf herbicide.
Which has been sprayed onto the surface of a weed.
The callistemon plant. It's our inspiration for Callisto herbicide.
In orange.
Callisto, brutal on broadleaves.
And diffuses to the vascular system of the
and
plant.
is thus regarded as an
Only
enhanced
uptake of
active
Callisto is
ingredient.
rapid, with an average of
The other
70%
component of System
herbicide
4 technology
absorbed into the leaf
is an
within 3
exclusive
hours
blend of
application.
alkyl polyglucoside surfactants, or APGs. These are derived from maize glucose, have excellent compatibility properties, are not irritants, are safe to aquatic organisms, and are readily biodegradable.
They genetically polluted the crops of Australian farmers,
which Monsanto prefers to call an adventitious presence that's part of the natural order.
After germination, Cruise's active ingredient is rapidly absorbed by the roots, moving into the stem and leaves above the surface. Cruise also spreads from the kernel to form a protective area around the seed.
All these technologies, either it is GM or biotechnology, they are actually making the farmers completely dependent on the market. Because not only that you have to pay more for the seed procurement, but you have to fertilize. And this very claim that no spraying is required, no pesticide required, is also false.
Shut up or then you can catch me. Come on.
When Monsanto claims in advertising that GM crops are adapted for small farmers, what do you think it is?
Our experience shows that it is completely false. It's completely false. It's a lie. They don't want to go for the BT.
That's all it is about. They've always said genetic engineering is the way to get to patenting, but patenting is the real aim. If you look at Monsanto's research agenda, they are testing at this point something like 20 crops with BT genes in them. There's nothing they're leaving untouched. The mustard, the okra, the brinjal, the rice, the cauliflower.
Come on. Come on. You almost got me. Catch me. Come on.
Once they have established the norm that seed can be owned as their property, royalties can be collected, we will depend on them for every seed we grow, of every crop we grow. If they control seed, they control food, they know it, it's strategic, it's more powerful than bombs, it's more powerful than guns. This is the best way to control the population.
if you were injected with this, you'd revert to a primitive anthropoid.
They were fined
Physical as well as mental.
$300,000 for exposing their workers to a chemical that causes liver damage. They put neurotoxic substances into vitamins that are marketed towards children.
Mike, welcome to the show. We appreciate you being on tonight.
Thanks for the invitation, Joe.
Okay, let's talk about the rat of the week. Why is Brer Corporation the rat of the week?
Internal documents show...
One of the worst of all, they gave drugs infected with AIDS to children in Spain, Europe, and Japan, killing thousands just to make a profit. They were charged $8 million for putting a muscular disease in their products. Brer was charged with war crimes for supplying chemical weapons during a civil war in the Congo. Brer employed about 1,600 children under the age of 15 in the production of cottonseed in India.
The medicine's called Factorate. It was an injection medicine that was used for hemophiliacs, mostly children. Children had been...
Remember, doctors recommend aspirin.
Talking about aspartame or aspartame. That's the same thing.
Yo, someone will be peeved that I crashed the game, cause the suckers wanna leave you with a plastic brain. It's drastic, not sane, but they act deranged. Just read up all the facts about aspartame. It's aspartic acid, methanol, and phenylalanine as carrier, which helps to get through the blood-brain barrier. Methanol is the poison and methylated spirits, and it's a solvent and fuel and common death-related irritants. It becomes formaldehyde and your body can't break it down. Formaldehyde is deceived because your house is denied. So then it travels through your body, depositing in your tissue. The likely end is in your brain and to slowly dismiss you. And look who's at the helm of this dreadful rotten budget. Captain Monsanto and his deadly entourage.
You also have your doctor's blessing when you give flavored Brer aspirin for children.